Oh shit, Harriet's video is still playing. Sorry, I was just refreshing myself on the challenges for the Thriller-a-thon, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So, hello everyone, I'm Lizzie and this is Lizzie Reads, and this is my Thriller-a-thon TBR. I've just got 4 books here today, which is quite a lot, but I have the Monday of Thriller-a-thon off. Let me just check. Thriller-a-thon starts, I don't know if I've said hello. Hi, I'm Lizzie, this is Lizzie Reads, welcome. I think I did say that, so if I have, I'll cut this out. Maybe I'll leave it in. Sometimes I just leave it in just so you guys know I'm a muppet. So 18th is the Monday, so that's Monday the 18th of February, which is 8 days away from the day of filming. Probably not 8 days away from the day you'll see this, because I have a habit of filming videos and then not posting them because I'm so silly. But yes, yeah, so that'll be starting on the 18th. I've actually got that day off work, so I might have some reading time. Then I've also got some busy things to do that day, so we'll see. I might do some reading, we might probably not. We might start them on the Sunday, we might just see what happens. Yes, so we have a busy week ahead of us to prep for the readathon. So, what am I talking about? Don't know, this has all got to go. So, yes, the 3rd round of Thriller-a-thon, which is hosted by Harriet Rosie. I'll link her channel down below, her announcement video down below, and those sorts of things down below. And yes, this is I can't speak. I did one video, filmed one video already, and I can't speak now. This is a readathon that is based around thrillers, but she's very relaxed. She's, you know, it's no strictness, but then I just think it's not school, so you can kind of just read what you want. I'm just gonna move that. Yes, I'm gonna talk through my TBR and also talk about the challenges that I could use them for. These aren't the challenges I will definitely use them for, because I don't know if I'm going to read all 4 books, because 4 books is quite a lot when some of them are quite large, and I don't know if I'm going to read them all. I've just not been reading as much recently. Wow, I've been reading a lot, but I've read a lot longer books, so yeah, we'll see. So, first of all, I'll start with, see, this one's got a dirty sticker on it, and that's really annoying. This is Karin Slaughter, The Good Daughter. Now, actually, I'm going to hold this here. I've read Karin Slaughter's Pretty Girls. I listened to it on audiobook, and I thought it was incredible. It was dark, it was grim, it was awful. But I found it really interesting. I really like the way she handled her female characters and the injustices that they are dealt with. And this is the newest book on my TBR, so that would count for challenge 3, the most recent thriller. Read the thriller you've added most recently to your TBR, and also it would count for number 5, revisit a thriller book or author, because I have read one other author in my little pile, but I haven't read their thriller. I've read like a magical realism book of theirs, so I don't know if that counts, but I'm just going to use it for this. I would definitely read this one, because this is probably the one I'm going to read first. And also, I'm going to put this for Read a Thriller with the best cover, because out of my selection, I think it's one with the best cover. So if I read this, I'll definitely count 3 of the challenges. That would make me really happy. And actually, I should probably tell you a little bit about what it's about. So it's about 2 daughters, and their mother is savagely killed, I think, in a horrible attack on in their family home, and it's just about how that changes their lives. And then obviously in the future, when they're grown up, things come back, and it's like, oh, what happened, that sort of thing. You know, good thriller stuff, and I think it sounds interesting. Next, we're going to go for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson, and I think this counts as a thriller. I think I've seen the film, so I actually know what happens, but really hungry at the time because it was Valentine's Day, and I waited 4 hours for Chinese takeaway, and I was really like grumpy, so I think I didn't take it all in. So I think there will be some surprises in there. Totally crazy anecdote, but you know, this is what you're here for. Well, it's not really, but you know. And this is the first in the Millennium series, and it's about a family, and they're delving deep into their past to find out some unsolved mysteries, and I'm pretty sure you could say the two main characters are pretty unconventional. They're just really interesting. I don't really know how to give you a deep synopsis, but I think a lot of people know about this book, so I don't feel too bad about that. But I think, sorry, I'm looking down at my laptop, I'm going to count this for read the thriller you've been most anticipating, and I'll explain that because my next one, which will be read a thriller that has been recommended by someone. So this has been recommended by a lovely old work colleague. So I used to work with this person before I started my most recent job, and this is her favourite book of all time. We used to talk about books, and she really loved it. And then when I left, she gifted me a copy of this because she said, you need to read it, you need to get out and read it. So, and I kept saying that I'd read it. So yeah, it's been really long time anticipated because I've been thinking about it for such a long time, and I just really want to read it so I can go back and chat to her about it when I go visit her. Then next we've got the last one. So that's 2 challenges, 3 challenges, that's 5. If you can do maths, I can't. I'm not very good at maths, but yeah, that's 5 challenges in just those 2 books. So all I need is one more challenge, and then I've got more. And that is Blue-Eyed Boy by Joanne Harris. I've had this book on my TBR. This is not just the longest book on my TBR that's a thriller. This is the oldest book on my TBR. This is one of the first books. Actually, that's a lie. It's the oldest book on my TBR that I physically remember buying, that wasn't given to me as a child, and I've kept hold of it. So I've got a few books on my TBR that I may not get to for many years to come, but I keep them for sentimental reasons, or because certain family members gave them to me, or just because they were passed down to me and I just feel like I might want to read that someday. But that's mainly children's fiction. I'm pretty sure I can remember the first time I went out and bought a book. I think I must have been like 15, 16, and like I did buy books, but I read a lot of the same books, or I read books I asked for Christmas, or I got books from the library. And I went out with my friend, and we went to some old books in the old town in where I'm from, and we got a few books from there with our money that we had, and they were second hand. And I bought this book because I thought it sounded really interesting. I never ever read it, and I really want to read it, or at least, you know, if I read it and I have to DNF it, that's fine. I just want to read it. I want to like this is a long time coming, this book. And it's basically about a 42-year-old man who still lives at home with his mum, and they have a really fraught relationship. We don't really know what's going on in their relationship, but he plays a lot of time. He role plays on a website where he acts out vivid fantasies about murdering his mother, I expect. And I don't know if this is going to be a thriller, a drama or whatever, but this sort of fits my kind of thriller bill because that's what I was looking for when I bought it. And yeah, I just really want to read it, and I don't know why I haven't read it. And it's by Joanne Harris, who wrote Chocolat, which is a book I read last year for my dissertation. So, and that wasn't my favourite, so I don't know, maybe that's put me off a bit more, but I'm definitely going to read this. I tried to read this before for a readathon like this. Can't remember which one it was, but you know. So if I read these 3 books, that's all of the challenges. So this is what I'm hoping for, but I've added in a little extra one here because this is a book I've had on my TBR for some time. And I think what I want to do with this book is, I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. I don't feel like I'm going to like it, but I was given it. So I want to give it a go. And it's by Robert Crace, I'm not sure. The First Rule, it's called. and it's about a professional mercenary, and yeah, on the front it says Joe Pack is out for revenge, and no cop, no bad guy, no one alive is going to stop him. Well, I think that sounds quite interesting. Possibly it could be. So I've got a short TBR. I might maybe start one of these two on the Sunday. I'll start vlogging a bit early, maybe as soon as I start reading them, depending on what I'm reading at the time, how that's going. Yeah, but I think I'm looking forward to reading these books, and I think it could be good. I think it could be interesting. I know I'm definitely going to really enjoy these two, but I'm just not sure how I'm going to fill out these two. You know when you have books on your TBR that are old books, and I just, not old in terms of like age, or they're just books you've had there for such a long time, you don't even know if you want them. But I think maybe if I just do like set myself a limit of a certain amount of pages, and if I'm not hooked, I'll put them down. And I might, you know, see if I can find any nice short thrillers that I can pick up on audio that week, because I've just subscribed to Scribd, so that should be alright. So maybe I can pick something up there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Anything you got to say, just let me know in the comments.